It was a very busy weekend for deputies in Flagler County, answering 802 calls.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says they arrested a trio of juveniles who were caught joyriding in a stolen vehicle early Sunday morning in Palm Coast P section. They were charged with grand theft auto. Staley tells WNZF deputies also responded to multiple domestic disturbances.
Deputies arrested Elizabeth Luger, who choked and pointed a firearm at her husband while extremely intoxicated. While being checked out of the hospital, she also kicked a deputy sheriff.
Luger faces charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic battery by strangulation, and aggravated battery on a person 65 years or older. Deputies also arrested 22-year-old Teodoro Diaz, who was wanted by the Florida Highway Patrol for fleeing.
Florida Highway Patrol asked us to look for a vehicle that fled from them. Using our real-time crime center technology, the vehicle was located in the racetrack parking lot on State Road 100 and Seminole Woods Road.
Police say they found 37 grams of pot and $1,200 in suspected drug money on his person. He was arrested on drug charges and was wanted on a felony probation warrant out of Bradenton. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Construction is underway on the new State Road 100 Pedestrian Bridge.
County Commissioner Dave Sullivan says the Graham Swamp Pedestrian Bridge east of Interstate 95 and Old Kings Road will not only make it safer to cross the highway, but will also become an icon for the area.
It's tied to the concept of the Flagler Beach A-frame. What you see now is just the beginning. There'll be a concrete slab on top of the trusses that you see now, and on top of that will go a very architecturally rendered bridge that will mimic the A-frame at the pier. So that will enclose the top of the bridge.
Sullivan says the new bridge is vital for growing the area's ecotourism opportunities.
We have the beach, but the fact that our trail system will be connected from the southern end of the county all the way up to the northern end near the Ag Center, that's the plan. This is a key component to it, and it's free. In other words, you don't have to pay $400 a night to get an experience that would be almost impossible to get anyplace else.
Sullivan says the $9.48 million pedestrian bridge is largely funded from federal sources. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
A large percentage of children in Florida simply can't read at grade level. State test scores show just 53% of Florida third graders can read proficiently. State Senator Travis Hudson.
A lot of it was to do with COVID. Kids learning remote, parents not wanting to put their kids into kindergarten or first grade because they were scared of what was going to happen, so they were holding them back. Number one, we got to catch up. We've got to make sure that those kids that are entering fourth and fifth grade get all the extra help they need to get back on par for reading purposes.
Hudson, whose district includes Flagler County, also stressed the voluntary pre-K education program needs more funding.
And making sure we have checks and accountability on top of that so that children are getting all the advantages and the opportunities to make sure they're able to read on grade level by the time they enter into the later years of their lower school careers.
According to the State Division of Early Learning, Florida was one of the first states in the country to offer free pre-K to all 4-year-olds, regardless of a family's income. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Palm Coast will soon have a new fire chief.
Palm Coast City Manager Denise Bevan has appointed Battalion Chief Kyle Berryhill as the next fire chief of the Palm Coast Fire Department. Chief Berryhill will succeed Fire Chief Jerry Forte at a formal transfer of command ceremony. Chief Forte says his most rewarding part of his post is getting to listen to fellow firefighters talk about their lives.
When you can get a group of people that come from different diverse areas and different walks of life into a career, and then the career is so stressful that it's dependent on them doing their best every time, and you can hear what their concerns are. We can remove that just by listening.
Battalion Chief Kyle Berryhill joined the Palm Coast Fire Department in August of 2005. He was promoted to lieutenant in 2011, captain in 2017, and to battalion chief in 2019. He even previously served as interim fire chief in 2021. Berryhill is anxious to continue the path of excellence in firefighting for the city of Palm Coast.
I could never be Jerry, so rather than be like a great value version of Jerry, I'm going to try to be the best Kyle I can be. Listening is a huge part, and looking them in the eye, and then supportive. Jerry, you knew that you couldn't fail Jerry as your friend. Like, that was important. So supportive, but also being demanding.
The transfer of command ceremony is scheduled for October 20th. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
What does the Police Athletic League have planned for kids in Flagler County?
Carrie Henderson, program coordinator for PAL.
We're going to do weightlifting in the fall, so if everyone can just kind of check back. Breaking news, actually. Yeah. Maybe we can get a breaking news. You heard it here today.
The drum roll.
Yeah. Drum roll, please. A competitive cheer.
Henderson was on the Flagler Voice recently with Deputy Arthur Erlinson, who said that PAL has more than one kind of volleyball going on. They're planning for tennis programs, and there's more since they lost football and baseball. The Flagler Voice is on the radio on Saturdays at 8:30 in the morning and on the Flagler radio app anytime you want to listen. Tomorrow, getting the word out about PAL in Flagler County. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.